folks? Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. I'm adjusting some stuff here. Oh, that's loose. That's what she said. Okay. Yeah. It's stream info. No changes were made to my. Okay, yeah, I know that. I guess this is the chat room. Testing chat. Okay, well, that seems kind of cool. Now let me go here to this one. YouTube's chat. Very fucking cool. All right, well, what's up, everyone? Seems like everything seems to be in order and working. So I'm testing out a new camera and testing some sounds and whatnot. I'm still trying to dial some stuff in. I'm just trying to figure all the things out. And hopefully you can hang out for a little while. You can shoot the shit. Be notice anything that's gone funky or whatever. And is my freaking sound working? It's hello, testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing. Maybe not. Testing 1 2. Testing. Yeah, seems to be all right. Let me go in. Oh, hello. Check, check. Could I go to the bathroom? Could I? Hello, testing 1 2. All right, I guess I'm gonna just check 1 2. All right, got that shit figured out. All right, so that's cool. So anyway, I can move that out of the way. Now, too bad this doesn't have a pop out, or does it? Oh, fuck me naked. Are you kidding me? Okay, that's very fucking cool. What's this one? View your live stream in a web browser. No, I don't need that. Edit your live stream title and description. Okay, well, that's fine. Anyway, so just testing shit out. Let me go back with my background music over here. And I got to work on some lighting and stuff like that. So I don't know if I'll get all this stuff done today. Probably won't. I mean, I got to go to bed early. So Thanksgiving plans and all that good stuff. So do you guys have any plans for the big holiday tomorrow besides eating? All right, let me see my list here. All right, I got that. Justin. No. Okay, we got that. Okay. So then if I want then to share my screen, there we go. Then we can look at that screen there. Or incidentally, we can check out that screen there. Where I got all the shit kind of hanging around. Or just going right back to the screen over here. And I don't even know if all my audio is all synced up or not, so should be real interesting. So chat seems to be working okay, best I can. So if I get anyone out there in the audience, please drop a note in the chat just so I know the chat's working and you guys can see and hear me fine. and I'm gonna go and jack around with some stuff over here. So don't mind me, geek at work here. Let's see.
Sure wish I had some big old titties and no talent so I could be TikTok famous, but I gotta go to work.
Alright.
Sure wish I had some big old titties and no talent so I could be TikTok famous, but I gotta go to work.
Alright. I'm gonna do some reels and stuff, and just found some audio clips from reels that I really like. I thought they were pretty funny, and so I decided to capture them into my DAW here, and I was gonna drop them into my my software, so on the live stream, so this way I can even click them as far as a like an audio clip, you know, during the stream. So let's see this one here. Mute that one out. And this one I just totally love. This is super funny.
Interesting man in the world.
All right. Here.
He wouldn't be afraid to show his feminine side if he had one. Tattoo that reads son. Interesting man in the he is the most interesting man in the world. The most interesting man in the world.
Alright, so we got that one done.
The most interesting man in the world. Life of parties he has never. Sharks have. He is the most interesting man in the world.
Oh, that one got chopped. Alright, that's fine.
World.
Oh,
World.
going back to this one.
Sure wish I had some big old titties and no talent so I could be TikTok famous, but I gotta go to work.
Shred Geek, Mr. Shred, I'm looking at you. Anyway, so let me get back out.
He is the most interesting man in the world.
Alright.
He is the most interesting man in the world.
Alright. Done. Now I just have to export those out and then save them as clips, which I'll do for my OBS. So, very cool. So I've got, basically I have that there, and I can chat from here. Alright. Now I've got my YouTube chat. See, that doesn't show anything. So what's up, folks? Very cool, very cool. Okay, let's see. So this has been saved. Alright. I am going to I might jam it to a bit. Just for shits and giggles. I can adjust volume on that. That'll go into the I'm not gonna mess with that right now. Well, I might as well. Fuck it. Alright, so let's you're gonna go. Whoa. Oh. I'm not passing gas, it's trying to lift the hydraulic thing. Let me back up. Alright. Let me turn that off. Alright. We want to chop off yeah, I don't want that one. Let me turn that one all the way off. Level seems to be okay. I probably should have this thing muted. Fucking around. Where the heck am I? Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Oh, fuck, I can't see the stuff. Yeah, let's do it this way. Check 1, 2. This is a Peterson Strobo Clip HD. Gotta have the HD. I'm not sure this is gonna fucking work. Fuck me naked. I'll skip that one. Let me try this bitch right here. God, I hope it's got fucking batteries. Clip. Hey, show. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Good evening. Are you here in the U.S. or are you out from somewhere else? Where are you from? Trying to retune my guitar a little bit here, but apparently my clip-on tuners are trying to be clip-on, strap-on tuners. Dude, all right. Well, I'm in Texas too. So I guess I'll raw dog it. Ryua? I'm sorry if I'm killing your name, brother or sister or whatever. Welcome to the stream. You made contact with me on Vamper a while ago. Oh, awesome. All right, man. That's cool. I'm on there every once in a while. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, you were a guitar player, drummer, singer. I made contact with a few people, but I mean, it just like, you accepted the friend request thing or whatever, and then I just go back to the app like maybe like once a month or something. Drummer, cool. I just finished doing programming in. Hold on a second. I just finished programming in a drum track for an old song. Actually, let me play along with it. Let me see. Can you hear it? All right. Okay, I remember now. I remember. The metric community. I do remember that. Well, let me try to play this song here. I've actually... Background on the song is... This is a song I wrote back in 89, 1990, somewhere around that. I was in high school, college, right around that time frame. And I had a little band, and it was my brother and I. My brother was the drummer. Ryua. Did I say that right? Ryua? I guess that's a no. Fucking A. Well, I apologize if I'm not saying it right. Ryua? Is that it? Ryua? I'm kind of having to lean up because my camera is right in front of the little chat box. Let me move it over. All right, Ryua. Very good. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is a song I wrote back in 89, 90. And actually, I've got a number of songs from that time period that we did with the band. And we had a couple of different iterations with singers and keyboard, bass players, and so forth. But the core of the band was always my brother and I. Well, he passed away in 98 in a car wreck. And all I have left from our days of playing music together were these old 4-track demos we recorded in our basement. I guess I've just been kind of nostalgic here recently. Maybe it's my old age or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck. Let me go and take the old demos out, and I'll try to see if I can clean them up. Well, they're not really the greatest sounding, and I do plan to still clean them up some and release them in one way or another. Yeah, man, it's cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. But I decided, you know what? These songs could definitely stand to use some modern production. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and try to, for his memory, essentially, redo the songs today, or, in the modern era, so to speak, or whatever, with proper recording techniques and everything, multi-tracks and all the good stuff, and see if I can't go ahead and do it some justice, So I spent the better part of last week going through this song here and really painstakingly tried to recreate his drum parts because, yeah, definitely honor him for sure. And just try to get him, try to do his playing justice. My original plan was to use like AI, essentially, the drum replacement software. I was using TuneTrack's Superior Drummer 3, and they've got that, forget what they call that feature. Basically, you load in the drum track, and it determines, okay, where's the snare hits, and where's the bass, the kick drum, and all that stuff. And then it will play it all out, and then you can replace it with samples from Superior Drummer 3. But when I did that, I mean, we never did it to a click. So it was all over the place. So, I mean, the tempo would fluctuate wildly, and I'm like, I need to keep it on a steady grid, you know what I mean? So I'm like, well, I guess I'll just have to raw dog it and try to manually do it. So anyway, so this is the track. I'm going to try to turn the guitars down so I can play along with it. See if that... That sound okay? All right, I'm going to turn the guitars up a teeny bit. Well, let's try this for live and see how this is all going to work out. I've never done, well, tried it one time last week, but I was still dialing shit in, so we'll see if how this comes out. Man, I got some freaking, here we go. I need to turn the microphone off. Comments a bit loud. Oh, was that it? Where's my ground lift? Okay, well. Let's check 1, 2. Awesome. Well, you know, I'm actually going to try to do it through check 1, 2. Sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna load a another track here. Track preset. Idea Twin. That's the one I want. Here we go. No. I believe, if I remember correctly. Fuck! I don't Fucking A. Let me check out the. Please refrain from spamming emotes. Oh, I guess, all right. Yeah, I guess the chat bot was being overzealous. I'll have to adjust that. That's in the settings. Sorry about that. Now it reminds me of Pantera. Yeah, it flagged for you. Yeah, I'll have to adjust that. I apologize. I'm trying to get all this stuff kind of dialed in with the stream and everything. And can you hear me? Did I have the thing turned on or not? Let me check. Check 1 2 check. Yeah. I never turned off the. I guess I never turned off the microphone. So, actually, it's funny you say that Pantera, because I think Pantera was very, very early starting out. When I wrote that song, in fact, I think they were still in their glam stage. I think early on, and honestly, I don't think I even. I never really listened to Pantera. Honestly, I was actually more into. At the time I wrote this, I was really into like the neoclassical stuff, all that Shrapnel, Shredder, Yngwie, Tony McAlpine, Vinnie Moore, Greg Howe, who else? Richie Kotzen. All right, I'll have to check into the delay as well. Thanks for the update on that. There's a setting here in Streamlabs I'll have to mess with. And who else? Oh, and in Dream Theater. I was really big on Dream Theater. As a matter of fact, so was my brother. And Glamterra, exactly. And my brother was really, really, really dug Mike Portnoy because of all his, offbeat stuff and like the real jazzy kind of stuff and like, the odd time signatures and everything. So a lot of our stuff kind of had a lot of that, from his drum playing, had a lot of that Portnoy-ish stuff. So when you said that, kind of reminded you of Mike Portnoy and stuff. That definitely was, granted this wasn't my brother's playing, but I took his original demo and I programmed in his playing as close as I could. Now the fills were just whatever from the library that I got as close as I could, but the main beat with that dump 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 with the kick drum with the riff, that was all him. So and I programmed in note for note. So you just streamed on Instagram and played the whole Scenes from a Memory. Oh, awesome. You know what? That is one of my all-time favorite albums. I'm a real sucker for like concept albums and stories. So I mean, I absolutely love Scenes from a Memory. Love Operation Mindcrime from Queensryche. Who else has got a concept album? Oh my God, it's gonna fucking kill me now. There's like one or two other concept albums that I just absolutely love, and Scenes from Memory and Queensryche's Mindcrime are like top of the list. Now, incidentally, Operation Mindcrime 2, I thought sucked ass. But, I mean, other than the song The Chase. Thanks, man. Actually, I've got some of the old demos, the 4-track demos. I literally just recorded them into my DAW and uploaded them to my SoundCloud. So if you want to go check that out, What the hell's my SoundCloud? Hold on. I think you can actually find the songs on there. I don't think I have them marked private. Where is it? SoundCloud, Peter. All right, if you go to SoundCloud, it's soundcloud.com, Peter J. Cruz. Let me just copy that. Okay, that's not going to work. And you're on YouTube, so I'll put you. If you go, that's my SoundCloud link. And that song that I just played is Strange World. And there's a few different versions on there, including the new one I'm just redoing, which was this one you just heard. And then two of the old demo versions that we had done. The most current one is the one I'm mimicking now with this one here. The other one was actually a little bit faster, and it had some other really cool stuff with it that I might somehow try to incorporate into this one. Sweet, yeah, I appreciate it. That'd be cool. So, and then I got some of my other old demos that we're going to be putting up there as well. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. And I really don't like playing through a virtual amp. Another really, really great concept album is the latency on this virtual amp, is pretty much non-existent. I'm running, let me see, on my audio interface, I think I'm running pretty low. Yeah, I'm running my audio interface on 32 samples for latency, and it's showing me it's, I guess, 2.15 milliseconds. So... I like using the Tascam Model 24. Is that for the audio interface? I remember I was looking at some Tascam stuff. God, it was 15 years ago. I think it was when they were still owned. I don't know if they still are. I haven't kept up, but they were partly owned by Yamaha, I think, at the time, and they were under the same ownership as Cakewalk Sonar, because that was the DAW I was using. Okay, all right, very cool. There is they had an audio interface that I want to say was like a console. It had like all the faders and like the channels and whatnot. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, if you could do it without a DAW on it or whatever, or just use it as an interface with a DAW, that's great. You cover all the bases. And as long as you can do 24-bit recording on it, you're set. The converters on pretty much everything now are just so much better than anything that we've had in the last 30 years. You're in great shape. And then with all the high signal to noise ratio and every dynamic range, should be absolutely awesome. Actually, here's a clips. What's clipping? Check 1, 2. There's just a real interesting little tidbit. If you're doing anything video, I I didn't hear it either, but I just got a little flash thing up on my little mixer thing on screen. It said clipping, and I was like, what? So, but if you do anything video-wise, like for YouTube especially, you want to have the sampling rate set to 48, because video apparently defaults to 48. So I know a lot of recording, a lot of people will do, and in fact I'll do it myself, 24-bit 44.1, just because then when you go down to the final when you dither it down to 16-bit, if you're going to go to CD or whatever, you don't have to mess with converting the sampling rate from 96 or 48 down to 44.1, and which is again another place where you can introduce rounding errors and shit like that, which can compromise the quality of the audio. So if you do anything like regular recording, 44.1 is perfectly fine. I mean, we're not fucking dogs. We're not going to hear the difference for most people anyway. If you record at 44 versus 96, but if you do any video stuff, just to keep sync from being a motherfucking headache, you want to have your sampling rate set to 48K if you do any recording, or recording it in a DAW and then syncing it later to a video clip in your your video editor or whatever. So yeah, I've hard experience with that one. Like, why the fuck am I losing frames and sync and all this stuff? And it's because the audio would fall out of sync because it was at a different sampling rate than the video, or what the video was looking for. So okay, so you did a drum cover for Muse? Nice. I've actually never really heard any of their stuff. I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's quite a few bands I just never really listened to anything from. Like, I guess I had my blinders on. I'd listen to all my regular shit or whatever, and yeah, and I just never experienced some bands. I mean, even some real popular stuff, like, well, Nirvana, I've heard some of their stuff. I just never cared for them growing up at all. None. I guess Teen Spirit was okay. But other than that, I didn't care for any of their other stuff. Never heard of Porcupine Tree. I haven't heard their stuff. Like, I've never even heard of Porcupine Tree. So. This is getting annoying. Wow, come on. Well, I guess I'll have to check them out. I'll have to add them to my playlist. No, actually, I'm jacking around with the noise gate because it keeps cutting it kept cutting my notes off. See, I wanted to get rid of all the hum and the buzzing and all that other stuff. But it was also chopping the ends of my notes off, and I was like, yeah, you're too aggressive. I need to chop you back some. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of virtual amps and plugins and stuff for that, but I will use them for like getting ideas down, just because you just plug in, and I mean, it sounds great, and it's just simple, and I can record the idea, and then, be done with it. Instead of having to get my amp set up and then find the right spot to avoid the noise and all that stuff. So, but for like recording the actual parts, I've got to use an amp. I guess I'm old school like that. So, that's how I roll. So, but for like putting ideas down and shit, I mean, I'll just do it. I'm gonna try this one again. We'll get some practice in. All right, let's see. Hold on. Stop. Check 1, 2. We in the house. Nice. All right. Sounds good. I've actually got a let me make sure this is on. Are we check? Yeah, we're good. Awesome. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I've actually got a young guy out of Brazil who's laying the vocals down for me. So I sent him the original track, and then so he could learn the music, I sent him the lyrics, and I just sent him basically this drum track with the rhythm guitar, and whatchamacallit, he's supposed to send it to me sometime this coming weekend, I'm excited. And then I'll lay down some bass. I'll record the guitars proper, with my amp and all the stuff, and then I'll put a guitar solo down and get ready to do the do some mixing and mastering, and I'll get it up on all the tubes and the iTunes and all that other stuff. So it'll be cool. And if you're willing to do drums, I mean, we could work something out for sure. So yeah, right on. So hey man, thanks so much for coming and hanging out. I'm gonna wrap this up here in just a minute, and then check all my notes, make sure I didn't forget anything or whatever. And I got a long day tomorrow, so yeah, that's awesome. I really appreciate you coming down, and I'll have to hit you back up on Vamper or whatever. And nice. Well, did you ever get the your stuff set up with the after the moving, or are you still sorting everything out? Yeah, that's fine. We'll be in touch and everything, and we'll get it all sorted out and stuff. I've got another song from that time frame that I'm going to redo, and I'll probably ask Bruno to sing this one as well, assuming everything comes out good with this one, And I really don't know specifically what his recording setup is. I know he uses FL Studio, I think, for his recording, because I asked him. But I don't know what kind of microphone and if he's got, what interface he has or whatever. So hopefully everything sounds good on his end when he records it. So we should be good to go, hopefully. So, but yeah, so I've got Studio One here. That is what I use. So he's using FL Studio. And as long as the recording quality is good, I've got all the plugins and all the shit. So things should hopefully sound super awesome when we get everything all dialed in. So anyway, well, I think I'm going to put some background music on, and I'm gonna wrap this up. Thanks again, Ryua. I'm gonna have to look back at the freaking chat. Ryua. Okay, I remembered it. Got it. So yeah. So I'll hit you back up on Vamper or whatever, and we'll get it. I'll keep you posted on what's going on my end over here with waiting on the tracks and so forth. And check out, I guess, my SoundCloud, and you will hear the songs on there. I think I've got. I know I've got Strange World, which is this song here. And I have Stranger I Love. I was really into Strange, I guess, back then. So Stranger I Love is the next one I'm gonna do, and that's more of a it's really like that double beat, you know, that 16th note on the kick drum. You know, I don't remember how my brother played it. I have to listen back to his, but it's on the SoundCloud. That song I know for sure. And then there were like 2 or 3 other songs that we did that I have demos for, and I'm not sure I have those up on SoundCloud. I might not, and if I don't, one of these days I'll get them back up there, and you can check them out or whatever. So, but anyway, I guess that's all I'm gonna do for today. Thanks so much for hanging out. Appreciate it. I'm gonna go through my notes and everything and kind of adjust some stuff, and I got to work on lighting and background and all that bullshit, but as long as the technical side of stuff seems to be working okay, and I'm trying out my new camera. Today I'm using a GoPro instead of using my what the fuck is that? Logitech. I got a Logitech webcam that I'd been using last time, and I was like, you know what? The GoPro is supposed to be a lot better, so did some dialing in with it, and I think I got it set up working okay, so it's all good. So anyway, rock on, man. Thanks, man. You too, and have yourself a great and Merry Thanksgiving. Thank you so much, and I will catch you on the next one. Rock on.